So we're here with King BMW. Go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody.
Yes, indeed. I am King BMW. I am a legend. Peace and love to everybody that's watching. I appreciate y'all. Like I said before, this is what it is. I'm here, so get ready to pay attention to me for a while. Okay.
All right. So thank you for coming to Illinois Entertainment Radio. I'm your host, Marcus Kelly. Everybody should know that by now. You're from Louisiana, correct?
Yes, sir.
So it goes down in Louisiana. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, man. Louisiana. I love home, but it's the thing I love the most about home is everyone is focused on surviving. And when you're in that type of setting, it's a ball of excitement because you never know how people are going to react to life itself. So seeing that and knowing the people around me, it's a beautiful thing, man. Like we learning how to build on new things. So me coming from Louisiana, from the bottom and from nothing, makes me appreciate everything when I do have something. So it could be the smallest thing, just me having it, it makes me appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? So I love the fact that I come from St. Rose, Louisiana, from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Uptown and St. Rose, but I'm from St. Rose. But I just St. Rose is different, and I can't say I've been another place that's like home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So since you've been in Dallas, what do you think about Dallas?
Man, I love Dallas. I'm gonna tell you something about Dallas, Texas. It's a lot of opportunity here. Working opportunities, it's different in Louisiana. It's very hard to find work, to find jobs. I'm a worker. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something about me first off, before I even get into my spiel. I'm not a gangster at all. I am the total opposite. As a matter of fact, I'm the alarm clock for the gangsters. I'm trying to wake the gangsters up. So that's my purpose for being here. So it might sound different with me talking about all these different things instead of what you used to hearing too, but get used, what you used to hearing is not what you're gonna hear from me. So get used to hearing something different if you're gonna listen to me, okay? So we're gonna get that clear.
Right.
But it's Dallas, man. It's a big city, and it's the more you get to know people and learn more about the city, you learn more about the doors that are opening and closing. You got doors that are open and doors that are closed. If people are in any type of business or any type of work field, they understand what I'm saying. But here in Dallas, it's a lot of open doors. And Louisiana is not like that. So I love it here. If you can survive in a small city where you don't really have nothing and you come to Dallas, sky's the limit. That's all I can say.
That's true. Yeah, I've checked out some of your music, and it's actually it's much different than the normal music that you hear in the day and time now. As far as the young guys, they're more on a more dramalistic, if that's a word. They're more chaotic with their music. They talk about guns and shoot them up and bang bang, and you're more of power to the people, peace. You're more teaching a lesson. You're teaching people through your music. Do you get criticism for that?
Yeah. I wouldn't say criticism. I'm gonna say shunned or pushed aside.
Yeah.
Or not taken seriously when I should be taken the most serious.
Yeah.
It says a lot about our society and how backwards things are.
Yeah.
But at the same time, me knowing what I'm dealing with, I had to understand that I have to be relatable.
Yeah.
In order to build relationships with people,
right,
I have to be relatable. So I asked God years ago to help me be more relatable.
Right.
And what he did was say, okay, you want to relate to them? I'm going to make you go through everything they go through.
Wow. Wow.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you both sides.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you the good. I'm gonna show you the bad. But when you see the bad, you're gonna go through it. You're not just gonna be there witnessing it.
You
You're
gotta
gonna go through it because in order for me to be able to reach these young brothers who think that thugging is the way and being a gangster is the way, like, in order for me to reach them, I gotta be able to.
You have to been to live it.
I have to. Yeah, I have
How
to.
can you tell me something you ain't lived it?
And it's not even more of that. It's more of how can you say, if you ain't starving, you can't tell me nothing about what I do to keep from starving.
Yeah.
If you eating and you ain't going through nothing, you can't understand why I'm out here on this corner. You can't understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm not just doing this just to do it.
Yeah.
And for the ones that are just doing it just to do it, you the dumbest, like the world's dumbest criminal.
Yeah.
Because you putting your life on the line, you putting your freedom on the line, you jeopardizing your life and yourself being taken away from your family at any time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they not thinking about that. They just looking at the fun in the moment. You could make a 10-second decision that could take away the rest of your life.
Right.
A 10-second decision could change your life completely. So that's what I'm trying to get people to realize. Like, it's bigger than us just being the toughest. No, it's like, look, the entertainment part, that's set aside. Because, all right, we understand that the reason why most of these dudes are portraying to be gangster is because that's what's selling in the entertainment world.
Correct.
They don't even have to live like that, but when they rap, it's gonna come out because that's what sells.
Yeah.
Like, I see dudes that you could tell, you could look at him and say, man, this dude ain't never.
Yeah, he never did anything.
He ain't never been through none of that. But at the same time, he talking about it and it sound good.
Yeah.
So people gravitate. I'm telling you, it sound good.
Yeah.
And he talking, so people gravitate to it.
Right.
The ones that tell the truth about what they really living, like people
don't really listen to
They
it.
don't want to hear that, man.
Yeah.
They don't
Because
wanna
they
hear that.
can't. Some people can't relate to it. You know.
They want to relate to fabricated fake stuff.
Right.
Like, a dude could make a song about running down the street with his AK and shooting everybody he see. And
You know,
people will bump that and listen to it.
Yeah.
Even though it never actually occurred.
Happened. Yeah.
Or even though it might not, it ain't gonna ever happen or occur. It's just the
thought of it.
The energy in the music though, bro. Like the energy is the energy in it. It's the thought of it. It's the intent of the song.
Yeah.
That's what people are relating to.
Wow.
And it's crazy because it's like, okay, you don't see what's really being said, what's really being taught to your children.
But exactly that's what I was going to get to next. You don't think that they rationalize the idea of this music being pushed to them is only it's only making them focus on the negative narratives of things. You know, that's why society looks at us like this, because we're always listening to this music, which makes that it kind of has a effect on us that makes us react a certain way.
Yeah, but all right, I'm gonna say this. And anything that we doing is always about intent, right?
Right.
So some people can't separate entertainment from real life. Some people can't separate the internet from real life.
Right.
Some people can't separate these things. They living in both and they think it's both reality, and it's not. So what they see and they gravitate to, they try to mimic. If they see one dude, like, and it's crazy because that's how all these dudes get RICO charges.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. How did you feel about the Young Thug situation?
I'm not gonna speak on him personally because it's been.
But just the whole situation of things. It's a lot of people get caught up in RICO. Exactly. It's not just him.
It's a bunch, and it's a lot of people that's not rappers.
Yeah.
But they listening to the music.
And they're being influenced by it.
And they being influenced by it. And they running with it like. We got people that ain't even in gangs hollering gang.
Yeah.
Throwing up signs that they made up.
Yeah. Well, I remember when Snoop Dogg was first, they started doing the C-Walk. Yeah. And people started doing it thinking it was a dance and didn't know that was not a dance, you know. So I think they want certain things to be so much part of the culture, you know. Yeah. They want everybody to think that it's cute or it's fun or it's cool, and don't understand that this is not what you need to be dancing and doing. You know? It's a setup.
It's a setup.
Look,
you
know,
the more we feed into it, and the more we let it become a part of our culture, it's too late really, because we already allowed.
What do you think we have allowed? Exactly. Do you think, we with the Suge Knights and the new Whack 100s, it seems like the gang has infiltrated the music industry. The gang life. You have Birdman. It's a blood Crips thing
look,
now.
I'll tell you something. That's all a trap.
Yeah.
It's all setting you up for the RICO.
Yeah.
It's all setting you up for the RICO. The RICO is being in a gang.
Yeah.
Then you get the RICO by
The
being
affiliation.
in a gang. You ain't even gotta be a head honcho. You ain't gotta
Yeah.
you in them pictures,
Yeah.
throwing up them gang signs
With the guy.
them gang members.
Yeah.
Whatever they did,
You
did.
Wow.
You're
So
guilty
it's all
by
set up.
association.
Exactly.
You're guilty by association. So the way I look at it is like this. All right, I got sons. I decided when I was 20, about to be 21, my son was born. He was about six to 9 months. I said, you know what? I ain't selling no more dope. I ain't thugging like that, because I know my son gotta grow up. And if he see me doing it,
He gonna do it.
because I'm who he look at for an example.
He's a
I'm who
sponge.
he look at for an example, but it's so bad because now I'm in competition with the gangsters.
Yeah. Exactly.
He watching them, seeing them with all this money.
Like why my
He
daddy
seeing them
ain't
with
doing
this and that.
Yeah.
And he see me like, man, I ain't finna get into all of that. I ain't living like that. I rather push this peace and positivity and love on people and help as many people as I can than to tear down my community just so I can make some money.
And that's always been the struggle of the black fathers that actually wanted their children to have a career and be positive, in society, and the fathers that they had to fight against the drug dealers, and they had to fight against the community and the gang
And
bangers.
you gotta understand, it's not just the dealers and the gang bangers. The society loves it.
Yeah.
So when you go against it, that's like, I can make a song about
You lame for trying to be right.
Listen, bro,
I'm trying
I can
to
make a
protect.
song. I can make a song right now saying, "Wake up and stop killing each other."
They get 10 views.
Wake up at the sixth commandment.
Yeah.
I can make a "Thou shalt not kill" song. It'll get 6 views.
You make a song called "Kill Everybody."
It's gonna get millions.
It's going platinum.
You know why? Because people, I'm gonna tell you why though. People gravitate towards the negativity first.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And we've been taught that.
We've been breeded like.
I'm about to tell you this, and it started in the household. You ever notice, like when we was young, we was always told, if you say something, you better say something back.
Right.
If he hit you, you better hit him back.
Yeah. Remember at school, baddest one touched my hand.
Right.
Bad one hit my hand.
Oh, hold on.
Use your
I'm gonna
bad.
put this stick on your shoulder.
Knock this off
If
his
you knock that
shoulder.
stick off your shoulder, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he won't fight. I'm just telling you, like, and guess what? That was influence.
Yeah.
It always started. It was then. We was being influenced.
Those were
then.
wicked influences.
Yeah, those were very wicked influences.
At a young age. But see, you gotta
age.
understand, we were traumatized. Most black kids were traumatized at a young age.
Because you know why? They don't have a culture. They growing up with no identity.
Wow.
They wake up in the morning.
And the world is already against them. They can't look nowhere for
It
help.
don't matter. Listen,
Wow.
I'm about to tell you why the world don't matter. Because we supposed to be separate anyway.
Right.
We're supposed to be a holy nation. That means separate.
That's probably why we don't fit.
Exactly. We're not supposed to.
Yeah.
And that's why they watch us to see what to do.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
supposed to be leading by example, bro.
Exactly.
We are the examples.
Yeah.
And we're not doing it.
Man.
Our example is kill each other.
Yeah.
And it's sad because that's what we doing.
Well, that was programmed in us. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but at the same time, okay, when we
From poverty. Like you put a lot of black people in the neighborhood where they don't have, everybody's fighting for a job.
You know why?
Everybody's fighting it.
You know why?
Why?
Because the ones that have means to teach, the ones that don't know, they not teaching.
Well, you know why? Because when they finally get to the rock, they feel like they better than the ones down there. They forget about coming from the fucking ghetto. They forget about being in the slums.
They don't.
They're too good.
They paying for it. Listen.
With the
If
tax.
I pay for information, I'm not gonna give it to you for free. Just think about that.
The game is to be sold, not told.
You hear it. It's all the time. If I pay you for, if I got.
But what about
information-
iron sharpens iron? Each one teach one. What
we
about
don't
that?
do that in our community. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Only thing we teach each other how to do is how to get away with crime. Man, I can teach you how to.
Wow.
But if you say, man, you can teach me how to build my credit, Nah,
Ain't no
I'm gonna
happen.
teach you how to hold this pistol. Though.
Ain't no happen.
I'm gonna teach you how to cut these. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna teach you how to make these slabs. I'm gonna teach you how to
do this credit fraud. Say,
But
man, go get
yeah.
these cards for me.
I'm trying to tell you, look, and it's not something that's their fault.
Yeah.
They're only doing what
Life
they
is
gotta do to survive.
It's life is a scam.
But at the same time, they being blinded by everything that's
That they see. Everything they hear,
and the reason
everything
why
they see.
And the reason why is because it's all distractions.
Yeah.
Like our whole,
The places they go.
It's all distractions, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
everything.
It's all to keep us distracted.
Yeah.
As long as we distracted, we'll never realize.
We'll
who
never
we are.
focus on what's the real problem.
Once we realize who we are, and that we have a culture, and that we
Then
are
we don't
people,
even want to do the shit that we've been doing.
Man, listen. If you put 1,000 black people in a community,
That's
and
positive.
leave them there,
Are you saying positive?
they're not gonna live like ants.
No.
When they should.
Yeah.
See, that's the difference between, and I'm not.
Well, see, that's a difference between if you putting, you got to have some kind of structure in there. Like you can put 1,000 black people
everybody
together,
won't be
and they
leaders.
can create a Black Wall Street,
But everybody
or they
wanna
can
lead.
create something
Everybody
totally
wanna
different.
lead. Nobody want to learn.
Yeah.
Everybody want to teach, but nobody want to learn, bro.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody sitting
Yeah.
back and saying, "I want to learn. Teach me."
But then that's because we really never had a bunch of teachers. We never really had, as a young man growing up, we didn't have the goodness of granddad being there or our uncles trying to teach us. I didn't have the uncles that try to teach me no kind of trait, no kind of nothing. No, hey man, you get this paintbrush. If you get this hammer, my uncles was getting drunk and cracking jokes and shit.
My grandfather, my grandmother husband was trying to teach me all of that.
Wow.
I
And that was very rare.
I
You
didn't-
had a few of them.
You know why I ain't pay attention to it?
You wanted to run the street.
Because when I walked outside, I was making $50, $60 in 10 minutes.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing. When we're
Like,
young, we're thinking with a young mind.
What I'm wasting time in this shed with you, learning how to cut wood and learning this and that.
But that was something that could feed you for the
That's
rest of your
something that could feed me
life.
For the rest of my life.
And you was doing something that can only feed you for a moment.
For a moment.
You know what I'm talking about? And
that's
take your life.
I'm glad you said that, because that's what I was getting to. That's what's happening in our society.
Yeah.
These kids don't really have nothing to do.
They taking the quick, fast, and the hurry
They
route.
don't really have nothing to do.
Yeah. But then you had to understand, in our time, we were thinking like at that point we weren't gonna make it to see 18 or 19.
But why?
You
Because
know?
we were scared that we was gonna kill each other, bro.
We were exactly.
Our enemy became us.
Yeah, our own people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now you walk outside your house and you look at a dude across the street and say, "How you doing?"
He lying to shoot your ass.
He gonna say, "What's up? What you mean?"
Yeah.
Like, dang, King, peace and love.
Wow.
Like,
It's a difference.
why? But why though? Like, and it's the problem. Like, we don't see things for the big picture. I was talking to one of my people last night, and they were saying they pay attention to the micro. They don't look at the macro.
Yeah.
They don't look at the big
Yeah.
picture.
Yeah.
They look at a picture and find a spot and focus on that.
Yeah, and they don't focus about on down the line or what's going to happen in the future or what. And I understand that. I had to talk to a lot of people about that. They only think about the now or the small things, but they don't look at the whole big picture. So I can understand that, but we can't blame a lot of people. Well, I guess we can, because it's their actions that get them in these predicaments. But it's been programmed in us for so long that it's just they have the odds against them in society.
When we gonna glitch the system? How long we gonna
What
sit
would it
back?
take? What did you think it'd take to glitch the system?
Me. People like me. People like you.
You don't think like the people like Will Smith and what's his name?
They have the power to do
Yeah.
it.
You know,
But are they gonna acknowledge the truth?
because it seems like everybody that gets that money and gets up there high, they forget about the purpose.
It's not that they forget about it. They have a protocol. Once you get to a certain level, you have a audience, a big audience. That's a big following. These people listen to what you say.
Yeah.
So if you say the wrong thing, if you give out the wrong information that's not wanted to be given out,
Right. You can get canceled.
look at all the people that it happened to.
Wow.
Look at all
So-
the people. I'm not gonna go down
And
this.
that's
because-
why it's so hard for people to say what they really want to say, because they're afraid of being canceled.
Yeah. But I'm gonna say this.
Do you think what Will Smith did with Chris Rock has affected his career?
No, in a positive way. He gonna make more money now. He's not gonna lose no money.
You don't think, because a lot of his stuff is getting canceled. Right?
Nah, I'm gonna explain something to you, man. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than just his stuff getting canceled and all of that. Like, you gotta understand, these are millionaires. Like, Will Smith can start his own stuff. He don't need these books. But I say that to say this. Why can't he start his own? Who controls it to where you can't? All right, think about it this way. I'm gonna say, think about it this way. You got record labels that went out and tried to start their own publishing companies. I'm not gonna say who. I'm not gonna point no fingers and do none of that. But after they did that, all these places got raided in the same day because they tried to start their own publishing, like they own, like to where they could have their own radio waves and own their own no, you can't do that. No, because everything is controlled. This is a system that's controlled. You go on Facebook, you see a bunch of negativity, it get pushed into the forefront. You see somebody doing something positive,
you barely hear about it.
You barely see it. Like, I got 5,000 friends on Facebook. I got 3,000 followers on Instagram. When I post something, only 10 of them see it, and then they tell me, boost your post. They want me to pay them
for that,
to allow the rest of my friends to see my stuff.
Right, but you post something negative, everybody see it automatically.
I did a rant where I went on live and I ranted for like 2 hours. I had like 100 people on my live. The next day I went on live and I was talking about being peaceful and everybody loving each other and us coming together and waking up. Bro, I had like 5 people saw my live.
They clicked on and clicked back up.
What? I'm talking about 5 minutes. When they saw, they thought I was mad, and I was mad.
What are he talking about? It's interesting, bro. Yeah.
They was listening, but when I was calm and
they didn't want to hear it.
They don't want to hear
ain't talking about nothing.
They want to hear ignorance.
Wow.
If I'm on one live and I'm talking about love and peace and all of that, and somebody else on another live and they talking about some mess,
he's gonna get way more views than you.
Well,
why do you think it's like that though? Why do you think? Where did that come from?
It come from like the way we was taught. Like we was brought up to pay attention to the fights. Pay attention to the arguments.
Run to the fight. I never understood that. Why you run to the fight and end up getting end up being a part of the fight.
They want to bear witness.
Wow.
Look,
but bro, they don't never tell. All right, we run to the fight because we want to be a witness to tell our friends what we saw. Not tell the police what happened. Don't nobody ever talk to the cops.
That's a touchy subject because those people who you talking about, them people, they got their own rules. They got their own set of rules. They're a separate society from us.
Wow.
And us as civilized as human beings, I can only say so much because I'm insecure.
Yeah.
But like us being human beings and being civilians, is totally different from an officer. Officers have different and they have different obligations to where they can mess up without knowing. But they always covered because they're part of the biggest gang. I'm gonna say it again.
The shield.
Gang.
Yeah.
They all gang. You wanna know what gang is?
Yeah.
The police.
Shit.
That's the gang.
Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, government.
I get it, but I'm talking the
all
ones
of them gangs.
But the ones that's another subject, bro.
Yeah.
It's that's why people gravitate towards it.
Yeah.
I really didn't want to get into that because I know if I say too much,
it's a problem.
It's a problem.
It may offend some people.
Right. So I gotta stay in the margins. But at the same time, I understand what's going on.
Yeah.
It's all gang stuff.
Yeah.
Our leaders.
Do you know
the leaders in
do you
other
know
places?
why the army was created?
Leaders.
Do you know why the army was created?
I know why it shouldn't be created.
It was created to keep niggas in line.
I get it, but I know why it shouldn't be created. I'm gonna tell you why it shouldn't be created. The armies a direct depiction of what we don't need. Because it's like,
But then they say, well, who's going to protect the
protect
countries?
what? What are you protecting? What you're fighting for?
Because they start wars.
Behind what?
They want more land. They
More-
want to take
for
over.
what? For what? All right. If everything is already separated and
yeah.
everything is,
What are we fighting for?
what's the point? All right. I'm gonna ask this question. What's the point of us having money? I know that's a weird question,
Yeah.
but what's the point of us having money? Why should we have to pay for things? Why should we pay for water when it's a natural thing that falls from the sky? It's water. Why we pay for water? Why do we pay for lights, electricity? These things are not, it's no reason for us to have to pay for that. Why we pay for bread and food? These things should be free. We shouldn't have homeless people. No, I'm about to tell you why. I'm about to explain why.
Yeah.
Because we got billionaires who can buy islands and live somewhere else. They don't run out of food. You got people who sleep under bridges with nothing to eat. Don't know how they gonna wash their body. They gotta wait for it to rain. People don't know that. People don't live that. People never felt that. That's why I say I had to be relatable. I felt that. I know what that felt like, not knowing when I'm gonna take a bath or where I'm gonna take a bath at, and then I'm like, it start raining. I say, man, this opportunity. I'm under my clothes with the soap.
Free water, yeah.
What? I'm under my clothes with the soap.
Yeah.
Bruh, we shouldn't we put value on things that don't have value.
And see, and I feel you there, because I remember I was in I went to the Virgin Islands, you know, and I was sitting out there, and we was on the beach, and I seen this guy. He was from the islands. He lived there. He just walked out into the water and took a bath in the water.
Right.
And I was looking at him like, this nigga tripping. This nigga out here taking the water in the ocean. And I thought about it. You know, after the niggery of me left out of my, you know, I thought about it like, well, shit. He on the island. That's probably the best water around this motherfucker, you know. And he live here. He could take a bath wherever the fuck he want to. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
You know, and they just thought, it made me go back and just think about, you know, how people lived out the land and how we got to this point to where we have to pay for everything and pay taxes on shit, and you know, and have to struggle to survive in a place that everything was free.
That's controlled. I'm gonna tell you why. All right. No matter what you buy, you pay taxes on.
Yeah.
No matter which tax bracket you in, you pay taxes on.
Yeah.
You pay the same amount of taxes. So take this out. If you make $10 million, the taxes you pay still keep you to where whatever you buy. Because if you make $10 million, you're gonna live a $10 million lifestyle. So whatever you buy, you still living check to check. You still living month to month.
Yeah.
Like
every month the bill's gonna be due.
And guess what?
Every month you gotta pay that
big enough
motherfucker.
to where even though you got 10 million,
It's
if you
gonna
don't
hurt
have a 10 million, if you don't have a sustained 10 million that keep coming,
it's gonna
before
cut
you know it, you're gonna be broke.
1, 2, 3, 4. You might have 10 million, 10 years you broke. And that's why people be like, how you get this million? Say the money, if you don't, it's not having or getting the money, it's what you're doing with the money. Or you making more money.
Right.
Because bills don't stop. And that's something that was set up, bro, to rob everybody.
Man, let me tell you, man.
Every month it coming.
Let me tell you, man. Look, I had seizures. I had 19 seizures. I died twice in 2020. After I had those seizures, I was restricted from working, restricted from driving, restricted from everything. I couldn't do nothing. How can a man survive and take care of his children if he's restricted from doing anything? And you won't give me disability. So now I'm just sitting here trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. Now listen, after time passed, you end up homeless. You have nothing. You can't work. You can't do nothing. That's why these people that walk the streets that everybody think are bums, or that they think they
don't know how they got there.
All of them not addicts.
Yeah.
All of them not addicts.
You never know what they went through to get there.
I've been there.
Yeah.
So I know all of them not addicts. But when that happens, if you on child support and you get restricted from working, that child support's still going.
It's still going. It's still going against you.
And guess what? Then you already restricted.
Now you facing
then your
jail
license
time.
gets suspended.
Yeah.
So now certain jobs that pay certain amount of money, you got to have a valid driver's license.
Wow.
If you ain't got no valid driver's license, and then like once I was able to start working again, it's like, okay, now I'm deemed epileptic. So everywhere I go to get a job, I can't not put it on my application that I'm epileptic. I take epilepsy medicine.
Yeah.
So now that I gotta put this on my application, everybody that see my application say, I'm sorry, we can't take that risk. It's a insurance risk.
Wow.
If we hire you, you might seize on our property, and what if something happened to you?
Then we're responsible.
That's an insurance risk. So we can't.
So now how you supposed to take care of yourself?
I'm supposed to live, man.
Yeah. And then look how they do us though. Like, okay, most of the women are on Section 8.
Right.
And most of the dudes are getting out of jail or are on probation or something, right?
Yeah.
And so in order to get an apartment, you got to make 3 times the amount of the apartment, the rent that you're paying.
Right.
You know what I'm talking
You're
about? And you're a felon?
Right.
What job gonna give you a job that you're making 3 times?
And then the rent 2,000.
Say, come on, stop playing.
Come on, man. You telling
They
me
make it so hard.
You telling me I gotta make 6,000 a month?
Oh my God. Come on, man. Where they do that at? You know what I'm talking about?
And if I and this job I'm making, I only make 1,200 every 2 weeks.
Come on, stop it.
So I only make.
It's impossible for you to damn near even find anywhere to stay.
That's what I'm
then
saying.
if you go to a hotel, you spend all the money that you'll be spending
1,200
and damn near 1 week.
I'm trying to
You know what I'm
tell
talking about? So come on, man. It's not set up for you to win no kind of way.
Lose, King.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to break the matrix. I'm gonna figure out this code. I'm telling you, look, when I figure it out, bro, when I figure it out on my way out, I'm grabbing everybody. Come on, we gone. You heard? I'm telling you.
It's the underground rail.
Yeah, that's what it's gonna be like, King.
Hey, man.
That's what it's gonna be like, King. And I'm gonna show all my brothers and sisters that y'all kings and queens, and we gonna live like that.
Yeah.
We gonna stop walking around like we peasants and like we gotta settle for anything.
Wow.
That's what I was saying. If they put us all in one community, we should survive and strive.
Yeah.
But we don't, because we so focused on what the next person doing,
me, myself,
what the
and
next
I.
person got, and how we could get ahead of them.
Yeah.
'Cause
And see, that's the
and-
thing. We so used to being pushed down and brand over by our own people that now that we done got older, we looking for somebody to come up on the next victim or whatever,
Right, the next come up.
and that's because our people have been mistreated and beaten by our own folks so much, and it's only because of the way that they were beat down, and it's just been passed on and passed on, and so it's time for us to make change, and there's people out there that are doing things to help our communities and and help our people, man, but those are the people that we normally give the least love to,
Yeah.
But and your music, that's why I was getting, you were totally different than a lot of these guys that are out now, your style and your, the way that you even say, come up with your material is totally different than these guys, I was listening to a few songs and they were very positive, they was inspirational, and they had a groove to them. It ain't just like you're not going toe to toe with these guys.
That's that gumbo flavor.
Say, man, I mean, I heard some Zydeco.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, that's that gumbo
everything,
flavor. Look, this what I'm trying to do. This is my whole mission, King. I'm trying to make music that you can play anywhere.
Right.
That you can play in the church.
Right.
You can play it on the beach.
Right.
You can play it in Walmart.
Right.
You can play it in the elevator.
Right.
You can play it in the car with your kids.
Right.
You can play it for your mama. You can play it for your grandmother.
Then that's
She don't
what I
like it
got.
too.
That's
You know what I'm
what I
saying?
got.
I'm like that's my thing is I want to make music that can impact everyone.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I have to be careful on how I impact everyone. Because I could lead everybody in the wrong direction.
Mm.
And that's what's happening with the music. Like, these dudes don't even notice that's what they're doing, but they being petitioned to do it. And you'll do a lot for some bread, man.
Right.
Especially if you're in a position where you're looking good, you're feeling good, everybody see you, they like what you got going on.
Right.
If you get threatened to take all of that from you,
Right. You'll do anything.
oh man, what you said, what I gotta do?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
Right.
Man, I ain't want to, but I'm gonna go ahead.
Well, on the brighter side of things, let's get into this here. Who are some of the people that inspired you to become an artist?
Well, growing up, I used to always go to New Orleans with my mom and dad, and they always had the DJs outside.
Right.
Like, because like I said, my dad from Uptown, my mom from St. Rose, so I spent a lot of time both places coming up. So I'll be in St. Rose and we'll go to New Orleans. They had a DJ out there, they had the music playing, you know. I see the second line, the Indians dance and everything. I jump out, I dance with them. That's how it all started.
Now the second line, explain that to people. You know, we got
Second
some people
line.
out there that may not
New
understand
Orleans,
what
listen,
that is.
if you ever go to New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? If you ever go to New Orleans, make sure you go to the second line. Nah.
Is that
The
is
second
it
line,
like
I'm
a
gonna tell you
club
this.
or is it?
No, the second line is like, if you ever been to Mardi Gras and you see the band coming down the street,
Right.
and you see the people walking with the band.
That's the second line.
That's the second line.
Gotcha.
You got hundreds. I'm talking about hundreds.
Where they be
thousands of
dancing
people,
and
they all
moving at the
dancing,
same
and
time.
I want to explain something to you. That's an Israelite tribal tradition that's been passed on over time. They've
Right.
been doing this since beating drums and beating wood.
Right.
Like, they've been like, it's been, in the Indian thing. It's not you can't say somebody's from India and say, like, you can't say somebody's an Indian and they not from India.
Right.
Like, to say you're an Indian mean that your bloodline comes from the land of India.
Right.
But we was already here.
Yeah.
In the word, it tell you how we got here when we came here.
Right.
So, like, us being Israelites, we gotta wake up and realize who we are. Then look back into the history of our people to understand, okay, this why we everywhere in the world. Everywhere you go on this planet, you're gonna find us. We are not the minority.
Right.
We are the majority. That's why every time when you have an election, they trying to win our vote. We gotta win their vote. We outnumber them. That's what we don't know. That's why they scared. We outnumber them. Even though they tried to shun us and stop us from reproductive, like, they didn't want us to have good reproduction because it's about number control. We want to control the numbers across the board. I don't know if you know, but they got big stone tablets on the side of the road with like commandments. It's not a command. It's really like they saying what they want to do with the world. Like, keep the population under a certain amount of people. Keep this, you know what I'm saying? Have one currency and this. First of all, we don't need a currency. Like, who's to say that gold is worth more than food? I'm gonna ask you this: can I eat this?
No, you can't.
Can I eat this? Can this sustain me? Can I live off of these diamonds and this gold? Can I live off of it?
No.
I can't. I can't live off of that. I'm gonna die if I try to live off of that.
Yeah. When you die, it's gonna still be here.
But I could plant some seeds. I could plant some fruit. I could plant some vegetables. I could make soups.
Yeah.
I could plant some potatoes.
Yeah.
These are the things that's important.
Right.
The seeds are what's important. Not just the seeds that we plant though. Not just the seeds that we put in the ground.
Earth. Yeah.
The thoughts. Each thought is a seed, and it grows. Each thought. If you see a female and you like, ooh, look at that. You're gonna go from that to, excuse me, queen, how you doing? Because now you want to put your thought in action.
Now speaking of seeds, now I'm trying to cut you out. Do you think if that is where we should start, by planting the seeds in the young people's mind to from the beginning?
From the beginning. If they know who they are, they carry themselves different.
Exactly. So
if you tell them in the beginning, look, nah, you
they
ain't
ain't
a
gonna
thug.
never be shit. And all that, it'd be a
You ain't no gangster.
Yeah.
You a king.
Yeah.
You a king.
Yeah.
That's put here to teach the other people how to be kings.
They'll grow up differently.
They'll grow up differently. They'll walk different. They'll talk different. They'll dress different. They'll address each other different. They'll love each other first before killing each other or before being afraid of each other.
Right.
That's the problem. See, like, if an alien a spaceship landed right there outside, right? And an alien came out, the military gonna pull up, helicopters gonna pull up, guns and tanks and everything gonna pull up, and guess what they gonna do?
What?
They gonna attack it.
Right.
You know why? Because they fear it.
They fear what they don't know.
They do the same thing to us.
Right.
They fear us. They attack us because we the aliens to them.
But they the real aliens.
Yeah, definitely. But
Because the sun kills them.
bro, I'm about to explain something to you. The reason why we being put aside or being separated right now is because we gotta realize who we are and start working together.
Correct.
Every neighborhood across America is saying we need to stop killing each other. We need to stop killing each other. But they still killing each other.
Because that's what they see. But that's
No,
because the
it's 'cause
media
that's
is
what's being
controlled.
glorified.
The media is controlled by who?
It's because it was being glorified.
Exactly, but it's controlled by the
But
people
it's-
who want us to see
But
that.
it's up to us to eat the poison.
Yeah, yeah.
If somebody bring you
But
poison,
that's where we go back to the kids. If the kids are controlled by the media and the media is controlled by the people that are continue to
feeding the poison.
come on, we got we either got to change the kids from looking at these poisonous medias, or we got to do something else.
no, we got to instill the truth in them from the beginning.
Exactly.
So when they see it, they can say, "Oh, I know better than this.
Mm-hmm.
I already know what that is."
Yeah. So do you feel more of our young black brothers are waking up now?
They woke, they waking up, but they still walking sleep.
Exactly. The reason I ask that is because we have a lot of rappers that's going to jail. They ain't never been to jail before,
Right.
and a lot of people talking about stuff that they ain't never really done before.
Right.
And now that they're growing up and becoming men, they're realizing like, whoa, like life ain't a joke.
Right.
When I first started out, I was young, I was talking all this shit, and I could do all this shit, but I realized there's consequences now with that shit. Now, like when I was a child, I did childish things, but now that I'm a man, I've turned away from childish things and I do things as a man.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? So, what point do you think that it takes for a young adult? What point do you think they have to get to where they start responding as an adult?
Right now, now we talking. All right, so we talking about street niggas.
Yeah.
Like,
When they would stop,
the term street niggas.
like, cause I've come from the streets. I'm
Right.
Oak Cliff, Dallas, Texas.
That's what I'm
You know what I'm
saying.
talking
So,
about?
that's what
And
I'm talking
it
about.
came a point in my
The
life
young-
where I
the young
decided, like,
street
look,
niggas.
yeah,
So
I don't
right-
want to do this
right
shit
now,
no more.
I'm about to tell you.
Like I used to watch cartoons, and then all of a sudden one day I was like, you know what, fuck that. I want to watch the news.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? So
I'm about to tell you. Listen. It's always either a near-death experience,
mm,
or somebody around them dying,
mm,
or a near almost going to jail, or going to jail.
something that dramatically can change their life.
Yeah, because
A traumatic
then they wake up and
experience.
realize, man, this ain't a joke.
Yeah, shit
This
real.
ain't a gang. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
wow.
when they realize and see it. But
Yeah.
like when you telling them,
They
and
think
you
it's-
saying, "Hey man, look, that ain't the way. Ain't what's up." They look like,
Are you lame, nigga? You
how
don't
you,
know.
no, how you gonna tell me that? And I got all this bread in my pocket.
Yeah,
Show
yeah.
me your bread.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's hard to reach somebody because that's how I was.
Yeah.
When them dudes used to come, man, you need to get a job. Get a job.
A job.
Walmart.
Why would I go work for somebody?
McDonald's. I can make $8
Yeah, yeah.
$8.50 an hour.
Yeah.
What am I doing? $8.50 an hour. So I'm going to work for 10 hours to get $85.
Yeah, but you're not risking your life.
But I'm not looking
It's like,
at it like
then they
that.
feel like I'm risking my life every day. Just
Right.
being
I'm looking
out.
at it like this.
Yeah, wow.
I wake up and walk outside of my door, and I got $85 right there. One
Wow.
time.
Wow.
You think I'm finna go enslave and work and have somebody tell me what to do for 8 hours?
So what do you think from Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, all our black activists and people that's out there that's pushing the black agenda? What do you think? Do you think we've come any further, into helping the youth, or what do you think it's going to take? Besides, a dramatic.
We gotta stop feeding the beast, bro. That's what it's gonna take. You feeding the beast. Like people saying, I want to have my fun, I want to enjoy life, and it's that and the third. But are you really enjoying it? Every time you go to the club, something could break out. Somebody could die. You could be the one that died.
Wow.
Every time you go in your car and get on the road, people is sporadic behind the wheel. They acting stupid.
Yeah.
You could die.
And even the people that we see that have money, they're always in
They vulnerable.
some fucking turmoil
They
or
still
something going on,
vulnerable.
so they're not happy.
You know why? Because the money don't make you happy, man. The peace come from within.
Right.
Like, and once you get that peace, you gotta protect it.
Right.
Like, because people that don't have peace find joy in disturbing yours.
Whoa. Man, that's dope.
You know
That's
what
deep.
I'm saying? So you gotta.
Hey, say that again, man.
People that don't have joy and peace, they find joy in disturbing yours.
Woo, man.
as they disturb your peace, like I've seen it like firsthand. I've had people like what
They
get
get
to
a
me.
kick out of
You
fucking,
know
wow.
what get to me already.
Yeah,
Know what my pet peeves are.
Wow.
So you gonna do this
Don't push them buttons
to
anyway.
make me flip, and then you turning the other way laughing.
Yeah, like it's a joke or something.
That's not a joke,
Right.
because at the same time, my body changes with my mood.
Yeah.
So when I get upset, now my whole body has felt that.
Yeah.
It's a traumatic experience.
Yeah.
So now you can't get mad at me when I don't want
Fuck
laugh
with
and
you.
joke no
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
That energy gone.
Yeah. I thought, we were cool.
You
man.
killed that energy.
Yeah.
Playing though. You
Yeah.
playing.
That happens every day, man.
But I'm trying to tell you, like, and it's not something that most people do intentionally.
Yeah.
It's just their character.
Yeah.
And it come from the upbringing.
Yeah. Good.
People think if you bring your child up and shield them from the world, you're doing something wrong. No, you are not.
Yeah.
You are not. People that be like, man, let your child go out, let them be free. No, don't let them be
You
free.
gotta teach them.
You look, when you give them too much freedom,
Then if they get too far, you can't catch them. You can't get them back.
You take away your authority.
Yeah, you can't get
So
them to do
then,
shit.
when you try to tell them, and another thing, we gotta stop letting these kids know all our business.
Yeah. See, but that's the parents that want to be friends.
We
with
let
the
them know
kids.
too. Nah, it ain't even just that.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just be on the phone talking and they in the car.
Yeah, and they just sponges, so
Are
they don't
we
pick it
talking and they in the next room?
up. Yeah,
Some things they don't need to know.
yeah,
Some things ain't their business. They
Yeah.
children.
yeah,
They don't, and some things we say make them worry and stress.
yeah.
We can't do that to the little ones, man.
But a lot of people don't, and at that moment when you're angry and the rage is going,
Yeah.
you're not thinking about
Yeah, you're not thinking
about the kids and what
you know why
they
you ain't thinking about it, man? Because nobody thought about it when it came to you.
Exactly.
You
Nobody
heard it all,
thought,
so you
you
like,
heard
man,
it,
it ain't gonna
Yeah.
hurt them. I
Yeah.
came out all right.
And look at it.
And we not all right, bro.
And then realize that, wow,
Bro,
all that shit
you
affected
know,
us.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you what's gonna help us when we realize that we not all right.
Mm.
When we acknowledge the fact that everything not okay.
Yeah.
That even though we got these cars and these houses,
Yeah, and we're trying to cover up and make it look like
we still don't have peace.
We're hurt.
We still don't have peace.
Yeah.
We still hurt behind them 400 years.
Yes.
We still hurt behind the police killing us.
Yeah.
We still hurt behind us killing each other.
Yeah.
We still hurt behind our grandmother talking bad about us when we was kids.
Yeah.
And we heard it
Yeah.
in the next room.
Yeah.
That hurt.
Yeah.
We still hurt, and we
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
never get a chance to express that hurt.
I don't know why you bring the damn
So
kids over here.
Right.
I ain't
And,
no
then, and you
babysit.
right there in the next room, and it's hurting you because you really love your grandmother. You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
damn,
I
Grandma.
thought she loved me. You know what I'm saying? How she do me like that?
Mama, why you
Man,
talking
look,
about me
you ever
like
been,
that,
You ever been at
TT?
somebody's house and they about to feed their kids and they say, man, I ain't got enough to feed you.
Yeah,
And
man.
you like, they ain't even asked for no food.
I don't know why your mama didn't leave no money for
Look,
y'all.
I ain't even asked for no food,
Wow.
but I am hungry.
But they make you feel like that.
But they make you feel
I never
bad
done a child like
just
that,
for being
bro.
hungry, bro. I've experienced it as.
But that's coming up in that's the communities. Those are neighborhoods I'm talking about.
That's
That's
what
what
we
yeah.
We gotta break the curses
Yeah.
in those neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Because that's where everybody looking.
Yeah.
For example,
Yeah.
like most of these dudes looking
They
to
look
the
for,
gangster.
yeah, they look for the worst
As
shit. bro.
they looking for that gangster to be the example, bro. They not looking for the stand up man who trying to take care of
Nah,
his
that's not
family
fun.
and protect his community
Yeah.
and protect the queens.
That's lame.
They don't want it, bro. I'm gonna bring this up, but I talked to this dude today. Nah, he telling me he pimping. And he doing.
That's
this
where
and
it
that.
come from.
Listen.
We were looking up to the pimps
To the
like
pimps.
they were so
Look,
motherfucking
and
good.
And he telling me he pimping. And he this, that,
Degrading the
third.
sisters and
He
shit.
degrading his sisters. But listen. I'm not racist, bro.
Right.
Like, I love everybody.
Yeah.
But this just the true facts. This fool, the white girl messed clean over him. Took his car, messed over his money, all kind
Played
of
him,
stuff.
played
He ain't do nothing to her.
But he wanted
The
to
black girl
do the
back talked him
food.
and he punched her in the mouth.
Wow, he big pimping then. Say, get the fuck out of here.
He punched in the mouth. You know what I said?
Yeah.
Man, you the fakest pimp I ever seen.
Right.
You know why? Because you beating
let the
your
white girl
you beating your
fuck
queen.
you over.
You beating the queen.
Yeah.
And you letting this rook run all over you.
Wow. That's how I be, bro.
Then what's even worse, you say you love the queen.
Out your mouth.
You don't love her.
Mm.
Fuck her. She, excuse my friend, I didn't mean to be cursing on this.
You good.
But I'm my bad. I just got real
We
passionate
good.
about
We
that.
good. We are
like,
not censored, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like I love my people, especially my sisters. You know what I'm saying? The queens, cause I done seen my mama go through so much. I done seen my sister go through so much. I done seen my cousins go through it. I seen my aunties go through it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and I watched them fight for their life.
Right.
Like, I ain't never seen nobody hit my mama.
Right. Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
I hope you ain't. I don't think they would have made it.
But when I was younger, I saw somebody hit my sister.
Man.
I tried to help. He just knocked me off to the side.
You were too little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, it did something to me.
Yeah.
And it did something
It
to
made
me.
you want. I can't wait till I get bigger.
It did
I
something
can't wait
to
till
me
I get
that I
up.
couldn't help.
Ain't nobody gonna ever,
Yeah,
that
man.
rage. I
And
already
you know what's, but that's bad because
then everybody become an enemy.
That's not the only situation.
That's where it comes from, bro. When we're young, we see a black man mistreat our mother or our sister, it makes a rage in us because we're not able to help them like we want to. You know what I'm talking about? But we know one day.
But that's us that think like that.
Yeah.
You got others that see that and say, "Oh, that's how I'm supposed to treat my woman."
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna do all of her like that.
Exactly. Me and you,
okay.
we see that
as, like, no,
that ain't right.
This ain't gonna never happen no more.
But they got other people that see it as
that's how it's supposed to be. Yeah. Wow, man.
And they become rapists.
Wow.
They become. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
they think.
That's what it's saying. It's two kind of people.
I control this. I control this. That's mine.
Yeah.
Like you got dudes.
The
you got
over-aggressive.
You got women with dudes that get raped every night.
Wow.
They don't really want to have sex with him, but
they ain't got no choice. Yeah, they can't leave.
They're scared of him. They can't leave.
Yeah. Wow.
So it's rape every night. You know how traumatizing that is?
Wow.
She just laying there.
Wow.
He thinking he doing. My partner said that in the song, bro. I just thought about that. My partner Tad. He said she only lay there, wishing she didn't stay there, hoping God could hear a distant prayer. She can't even say it out loud. She can't pray to God. She's laying there crying while this man he raping her.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and these dudes think that make them men.
Yeah.
I run my house. She don't do what I say.
Oh man, I done seen it all, man.
Bro.
Niggas,
like,
and that was.
Look, on another note,
Yeah.
Because I want to change the energy of this.
Yeah.
I want to change the energy because we've been talking about all this negativity, but we gotta acknowledge that it exists.
Most definitely.
The key word in ignorance is ignore.
Yeah.
And that's what we've been doing for years. We are the most ignorant people in the world.
Right.
We've been ignoring all of these problems. We've been ignoring all of this turmoil. We've been ignoring our kids. Been ignoring. You know why? Because we distracted. We distracted by work. We distracted by time. We distracted. We don't rest.
Yeah.
We go to work. We get home. We don't even rest. We do stuff we want to because we try
overwork, underpaid.
Overwork,
get a little
underpaid,
money, want to go party. We don't. You know.
And we don't save.
Yeah. Rob Peter try to pay
I
Paul type shit.
If we are, and Tupac said this, bro. I think this is why they got him out there. I'm gonna say this anyway though, cause I don't care. I ain't scared of nothing.
Right.
You heard me? I done died twice.
Right.
So if I die again, the Most High just gonna take me. He gonna be ready for me.
Right.
But while I'm here, I'm gonna say what I gotta say.
Exactly.
Nah. If we have at least, I'm gonna say we have at least 300 million African Americans. I don't know the number, but however many we have, I'm gonna say 100 million. If we have 100 million African Americans, black people in this country, and we take $1 a day, $1, they got $365, 365 days in a year. We take $1 a day. That's 100 million people. 365. That's $3 billion. Just listen to me. Why can't we do that? Why can't we do that? That's $1 a day. We spend $1 a day on nonsense. We spend $1 a day in Texas. Way more than $1. And this is what I'm saying. Where's all that money going? Where's going at?
Yeah, I was looking at
where the money going?
I was looking at some shit where they were saying like the guy who owns what is that? Amazon.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
But he had enough money that he could give everybody in the world $100,000 or something like that. Everybody in the world.
Everybody in the world.
So you got that much money that you could give. You can make everybody rich.
Everybody.
And
that's not even Elon Musk.
It just.
You know how much Elon Musk got?
It was like 400 billion. You know.
And this is what I'm saying. What's the point of having all of that?
Exactly.
If
If it's one person that can have that much money in the world that you can make everybody in the world rich, why is it people out here living like they?
Because he, as long as he got it like that and they don't, he's the powerful. He's more powerful.
Wow. The Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos.
And they all come from a certain bloodline.
That's crazy.
They all come from a certain bloodline. And guess what? They control the money. They control the media. They control everything.
Right.
They control everything. The sound waves, the radio,
television, everything.
Television, they control Netflix, they control everything. Why you think, now, I ain't gonna say Netflix. Well, I'm gonna say Netflix because Dave Chappelle came back. But he still
and that, they're gonna bait you in.
Yeah.
They'll bait you in and make you think they don't own it. If they don't own it, they will own it in a little bit. They'll go buy that motherfucker or close you down. You know what I'm talking about? They got the all power when it comes to that type of shit.
Look, man, I saw
But see, that's because their family history has been passed down to them. It's not many black people that have money and shit passed down to them.
You know, our family history been passed down to them. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. The everything that they exercising to have
the power they have
over this world is what we supposed to be exercising to have a holy and a righteous control. Like the control is supposed to be righteous, but instead it's the opposite. People are not leaning towards righteousness because they enjoying being on demon time.
So why do you think the people that are doing the crystals and the chanting and all that? Do you think that is a positive spiritual
I'm
deal?
gonna explain something to you. That's all tribal.
Right.
That's all tribal. That's all Israel.
Because some people may say that that's more like witchcraft.
That's all Israel. It's tribal. It's all in the intent. I keep saying intent is everything.
Right.
The music could be witchcraft. The music we listen to is witchcraft.
Right.
Because they talk about destruction of us. They talk about destroying themselves. So it's witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? What I'm doing is righteous.
Right.
Because I'm trying to take people away from the witchcraft and bring them to the positive side
to the
of
light.
things. You know what I'm saying?
And your music is totally different.
Yeah, but this the thing though. At the same, I gotta talk about in my music the negative side.
Yeah.
Because I have to inform them of what it is
that
that's
you relate
wrong
with it. You understand it. Yeah.
And I gotta inform them what's wrong with it.
Right.
It's not that I'm judging you. I'm allowing you to judge yourself.
Correct.
I'm telling you, look
within.
You stand in front of the mirror.
Yeah. Reflect.
You want to see Jesus?
Yeah.
Look at yourself. He right there. You want to see the Most High? Look at yourself. We made in His image.
And if He's not there, you need to start doing something to some correction.
He always there. It don't matter what you're doing.
Yeah.
It don't matter what life you live in. It don't matter if you don't believe in Him. He there.
Yeah.
He there. He in there.
Yeah.
If you got this melanin, you come from one of them tribes. He in there. That's been hidden. That's a hidden fact. That this code, this genetic code, which is 666, bruh, all of these things that's been taken away from us and put back on us as evil things are the things that can set us free.
And
Them
on
people-
that note,
man, look.
on that note,
Them people who that's my, hold on,
Oh, okay.
that's my phone. But look, them people, all right. The people who realize and wake up and start to see things the way it's supposed to be, they are deemed as crazy, and they get outlawed because the people who they trying to tell are trying to wake up. They don't want her to get out of the life that they live in. That's like I could go to the club and rap about trying to wake people up, and I could rap a whole song about cryptocurrency and how to make $1 million in 2 days. They're not gonna want to hear that. They're gonna want to hear shoot 'em up, bang bang. I'll take your chick and do this to anything disrespectful. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They gravitate towards disrespect first.
Yeah.
So with that being said, like, would it be easier if I went out and started doing stupid stuff just for attention? I'm gonna tell you somebody who did that. The dude Boom. Boom. And everybody call him Boom
change his
Gang.
life. Yeah, Boom Gang.
Now listen, the thing about that is, like, I admire that. I admire that. The reason why I admire it so much is because he got to a point to where he was like, I thought this is what I wanted. Like,
that ain't it. That ain't it.
Boy, when you get to that point where you're like, dang, I thought this is what I wanted. This ain't even what I wanted.
I've been living it's the wrong.
I done did all this stuff to get this attention, and it's all the wrong attention.
Wow.
This ain't what I wanted. Look at Young Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he enjoying the
when you get the
fruit.
fame and can't enjoy it, see, that's why I was like,
Right,
I never
he getting
wanted
the
to be.
money.
I never wanted to be to that level to where I gotta
go
watch
nowhere.
my back. I can't
go
go
nowhere.
nowhere. I can't
Can't go
enjoy
nowhere.
myself. It's like, what the fuck is the purpose
Right.
of doing all this if I gotta be under a fucking 1 million people around me? It wasn't.
That's why, like, I'd rather be Drake than Young Boy.
Yeah.
Point blank, period. I'd rather be Drake. I'd rather be somebody that's out of the way.
Yeah.
I ain't got no beef with nobody. I ain't got no problems, no issues with nobody.
Well, Drake he gets into it with people.
Yeah,
you know,
but it's
it's not
never-
like
it's
on the
never-
level of Young Boys.
You know why? Because ain't nobody expecting Drake to pull a hammer and shoot him in the
Well, I mean, there's been some rumors that Drake had people
I'm just saying,
hit up
that's
and things.
different. That's him having people hit up.
Yeah. Then
I'm
him
talking
going
about
out there doing it
him
himself
but
in
he
his
not in
crew.
no videos with no hammers.
Yeah, true that.
You don't see him in no video with no hammer.
Yeah.
He might send a threat. He might say something slick.
Yeah.
But you don't see him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but Drake is older.
I
Drake
know.
is older than Young Boy.
I know. But what I'm saying is, look at the difference.
Yeah.
It's a difference.
Yeah, and then
It's a big difference.
and it's a big difference. I was just gonna say because Drake, he was an actor, and so he had some upbringing behind him.
And he had mentorship.
Yeah, he had some mentors and things. You got Young Boy, he's straight from the
He's straight
streets,
from the street.
So it's two different.
But what I'm saying is this. All right. With that being said, I got love for both of the brothers.
True.
I wish them both the best.
Right.
I hope they both make it.
True.
But at the same time, okay, what's the difference?
Their lifestyles.
All right, but at the same time, the influence. What's the difference in the influence?
Drake more targeting females, and he's targeting the young.
I get that, but he still talk about the same thing.
Yeah, true.
Young Boy got to talk about that because he got beef in the street with a lot of people.
Yeah.
So he got to speak on that
Yeah.
if he gonna be a real artist.
Yeah.
Because real artists rap what they live in.
Yeah. True that.
If you ain't living what you rapping, like,
Yeah.
that's how hip hop used to be. You
Yeah.
couldn't just rap just because you sound
Yeah.
good. If you
Good
want to
stuff.
live in that, man, they'll beat you up, run you out the venue.
Yeah.
You couldn't just do that, man. You
See, the
couldn't
New
just-
York guys, not the New York guys or anything, but they started that. I watched this movie, and then I just infiltrated that.
Right, this is an art.
It was
I
an
use
art.
it as an
Yeah.
art. I'm just
We
using it.
when we the South and California,
We was
we
living,
lived it.
man. Look,
You know
if you ain't living it, you can't
Yeah.
say it.
Yeah.
Like, boy,
Do that.
you couldn't walk up on the corner in New Orleans talking about you a killer and this, that, and the
No, you
third.
ain't never killed nobody.
And you ain't, and don't nobody know you, and
Yeah.
you
Because
sitting
the
there.
real gonna see it. You
Yeah,
gonna get
man,
tested. You gonna get tried.
And there ain't even that. You might say something, and you might say something not knowing. You done offended somebody.
Yeah.
And you don't even know it because you're not really cut like
Yeah,
that. You
yeah.
ain't really in the street, so you done said something. You done stepped on somebody's toes. You don't
Yeah.
even know it. Now they done approach you.
Now you gotta
you don't
do-
know how.
yeah, you
now
gotta
you gotta
defend
show.
that shit, yeah.
You gotta show what you've been saying.
Yeah.
You gotta show and tell.
True that.
You know what I'm saying? And what's bad about that is everybody ain't gonna make it out of them type of situations. Cause you got dudes who can't humble themselves.
True.
If a dude got the drop on you and he walk up and he got that iron on you, you can't say F you.
Right. So what would you say to the young brothers that's striving to be different and they want to make it in society, but things are kind of hard for them? What would you say to them, as far as from your standard, being where you are now, and your age, is there some pointers that you can give them on how to
All right.
succeed?
That's what I'm saying. Anything that you want to do, focus on the things that are important about that.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, put your thoughts into only that. Don't get distracted. Complete your task. Don't say, I want to do this, and you start it and then get in the middle of it and find something else and start doing that and never finish that. Like, I found myself doing that a lot. I had to really
finish
stop.
the task.
I had to tell myself, okay, I'm gonna finish one task before I start the next one.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna finish that. Then I'm gonna start the next one.
Yeah.
Then I started seeing a difference in things.
When you complete the task, you see, okay, I'm actually doing something. I'm completing my task to get things done.
I'm starting to see it. And I don't know if you ever heard of vision boards, or like just writing down what you want to accomplish. Write it down.
That shit actually worked, because I started out, when I first started doing radio, I wrote down things I wanted to do, where I wanted to be, and once I started crossing those things out and actually doing those things, it gives you a kind of refreshing feel like you're accomplishing something. Like, I actually did that shit that I said I wanted to do. You know, so that's a good deal right there.
Yeah,
man.
do that, and I'm gonna tell you this: study yourself, man. Learn who you are. Learn your bloodline. Learn where it comes from.
Right.
Like, don't let people tell you anything, because they got a lot of people out here that say they have knowledge and say they know, but they don't know.
Right.
They don't know, and it's been proven. Like, you got big scholars who've had debates about different things, and I've seen those debates, and I know what to take and what not to take. I know what's real and what's fake.
Yeah.
I know what makes sense and what don't. And a lot of these things that are being debated are the same thing. So like religion, even in religion, like religion and astronomy is the same thing. A lot of people don't know that religion and astronomy go hand in hand. Like when our ancestors were teaching our children about, like when they was writing those hieroglyphs and stuff inside of the tombs and inside the temples, it was to teach the children about the ages, like right now we in Aquarius.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got different ages in time, and it was to teach us about the planet and how our distance from the sun. Because in certain times we're gonna be further from the sun, we're gonna be closer to the sun. Like in the ice age, we were further from the sun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like our people understood astrology even way back then.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't even have the equipment that we have now, but they knew about all the star patterns and how to follow the stars and which stars was up at certain time and where they were. And, you know, like, and they knew about the time change, about like, and how you think we know what time, like if it's one time here, it's a different time in Germany.
Yeah.
Like, how we know that? Like, how we know about like counting time and how many seconds is in a minute,
Right.
how many minutes is in an hour.
Right.
Like, somebody had to sit down and calculate that.
Right.
It was us.
Yeah.
It was us. We the ones who sat down and calculated that. So we need to, until we tell our people that you smarter than you think you are, you know, you have a count, your genius count is higher than everybody else on the planet. Like, we gotta look into these things, and we gotta teach this to our children and stop letting them feel like they dumb or they stupid or they ignorant or they behind or they not as smart as other races. You know what I'm saying? Like, I saw in school, when I was in school, they used to cheat off the white boy.
He might be dumb.
And he dumb as hell. I'm sitting there cheating off of him, I'm still getting F's.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I might well do this myself.
Yeah.
Then I noticed when I start doing it myself,
You
my
get
grades
better
going
grade
up.
than him. Yeah.
Now my grades going up. I was being lazy, cheating off of him because I thought he was smart.
Yeah.
I thought he was smarter than me. I didn't think I was capable.
Yeah, but if
And
you
that's
actually
the
put the
problem.
work in.
If somebody had told me, look, this is what you come from. Man, you come from kings. You come from the people who figured all of this out.
Wow.
We figured science out. We the ones who figured all of this out.
Wow.
That's what you come from, man. Then you start thinking, well, wait. Then it start looking easier to you.
Yeah.
Like, well, dang, it start looking easier because you designed it.
Yeah.
It might not have been you physically,
Yeah.
but your bloodline, your ancestors designed this for you to understand it. So look into that, and I'm gonna say this: save your money, value your time. Don't let people just waste your time. Your time is valuable. So save your money, value your time, and value people. Because you never know what you're gonna need and how you're gonna need people. The people you see on your way up that you pass up, you're gonna see them on your way down too. And they might be able to catch you. But if you left them hanging, they're gonna let you fall. So make sure you're giving out that energy that you want back. You can't expect people to give you good energy when you're not giving it.
Right.
I mean, that's why when I walk up to people, I say, "How you doing, King? How you doing, Queen?
Right.
Peace and love." Because I want people to question, why did he say that?
Yeah.
Why he called me King?
Yeah.
Why he called me Queen? It's because that's what I see
That's
when
respect.
I see you.
Yeah.
It's respect. That's what I see when I see you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I want you to see that in yourself.
Yeah.
I want you to say, "Why he called me a king?" Then look in the mirror and say, "I am a king.
Yeah.
I am a king.
True that.
I ain't never realized I was so fresh. Well, look at me, I'm a king."
Now, before we get out of here, I want you to let the people know where can they check out your music, you know, and where can they go to, you know, to contact you if you got like Instagram, Facebook, or
Yes,
something
indeed.
like
Look, you could go on Instagram, King BMW _. The underscore is after the King BMW. You could look me up on all platforms, King BMW. I have a few singles that I just released. Check out King BMW, Always Working. Check out King BMW, I Am a Legend. That's my song, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you check out Hopscotch Like This. I have a whole challenge for that. So get your family, draw them squares on the ground, and y'all start hopscotching, man. I'm trying to get everybody to get a part of this movement because once it take off, it's gonna take off. And if you do the Hopscotch Challenge, make sure you tag me in it. When you do the Hopscotch Challenge, hashtag King BMW, King BMW Music, and hashtag Bruce Michael Williams, and hashtag Hopscotch Like This. So then I'll be able to take you and put you on my social media platforms and let everybody see y'all doing it. And I'm gonna do like a contest to where like whoever got the best one gonna be in my music video. So make sure y'all get with that, you know what I'm saying? So peace and love, kings and queens. You already know what it is. I'm all about peace and positivity. I ain't got time for no nonsense. So if you ever around me and it's nonsense, don't be mad if I leave you standing there. For real.
Well, you heard it from the horse's mouth. My boy King BMW. It's going down right here on Illinois Radio. Illinois.